Yo, everybody. Hey, it's Simeon here with Aim Higher Photography. Hey, I'm going to do a updated lens review um, as far as what lenses I have and how I use all the different lenses I have. Let's jump right into it. I am mainly a prime shooter. I love shooting in the primes. I am dedicated, loyal to Nikon. Love Nikon, so I got all of their lenses, nothing else. Let's start with this one here. This one is the 20 millimeter 1.8 lens. Where am I at? I'm on the overhead. Yeah, we're on the overhead. All right. 20 millimeter 1.8 S-line lens. This is an excellent lens. Guys, you guys know I'm not a professional photographer at all. This is just a hobby for me. Whether I will get into professional work later on down the line, who knows? But for now, it's just a lot of family stuff, trips and stuff like that. And work is what this is for. So this one here, the 21 millimeter 1.8 S-line lens, excellent lens for, doing my work. Like I said, pressure washing is my main work. So what I'll do is I'll put this on a tripod, and I don't have to move the tripod as much because it has that nice wide angle, right? So the 20 millimeter is like this, 35, 50, 85, you guys get it. But so I like that wide angle shot. So yeah, I like the wide angle shot with this one here, the 20 millimeter 1.8. Excellent lens if you guys are into like landscape, also astrophotography. This might be the lens that you may want to consider. All right. Up next, we have the 35 millimeter. Let's get a little different angle. The 35 millimeter 1.8. Another excellent lens. This here is what I would normally use for like a video that I'm shooting right now, that's just talking head shot. So normally what I would do with this one here, this lens would normally be on that camera right there. So I like the focal length for the 35, the 1.8. It still is going to have a decent separation, sharp, decent, angle. So that right there, that lens that you're seeing is the 40 2.0. And then you have the 35 1.8. Not that much of a difference. But yeah, so this normally would be the lens that I would use on that camera right there. So, this is a excellent. Also, some people even use it for, just your walking around type of lens, not so much for portraits, but just, if you're just out and about, I don't know, let's just say you're at Disney World or something like that. This might be a lens that you may want to get, so you can get all that nice scenery. All right. Next, we have the 50 millimeter 1.8 lens. Yeah, this is an excellent lens. I took a cruise one particular year, and this was the only lens that I took with me, right? And I mean, we were all in the Bahamas and so forth. Just an excellent lens to, to have. It's going to give you just that general, shot, not to mention, some decent portraits. It's not really a portrait style lens, even though you can make it into a portrait lens. It's all about how you are as a photographer. But for me, yeah, it's just a nice, if I have to do one lens, lightweight, maybe something long haul, backpack and stuff like that. Yeah, maybe the 51.8 would be what I might end up, considering. But this is a good starter lens to get, I think, or the 35, right? So either one of those two would be excellent lenses. This one here, oh man, this was my baby right here, the 85 1.8. Talk about some excellent portrait shots. The 85 1.8 is a excellent lens. You just want to have that nice, if you're just shooting, let's say from the west, or maybe the waist, or even like chest up, this lens is it. Try not to shoot any lower than, unless you're in the vertical shot, you might be able to get it. But mainly this is a portrait lens. It's like for wet, I don't know, I keep saying west, now I can't say it. But waist and chest up, this is an excellent lens, the 85 1.8. I tell you guys, the Nikon, they did a good job as far as their price point with these lenses. I mean, these lenses cost anywhere, let's say $500, $600, $700, $800, something like that. for these. So you can get several of these lens for the price of, like those 1.2s, right? So if you can just save up, I mean, you can get like maybe let's just say the 35. If you had the 35 and the 85, that'd be a nice setup. You'll be able to get your portraits and you'll be able to get, your landscape also. These two lenses would get you, really, really far in the game, right? So that's something good. So yeah, I love the 85 1.8. All of the 1.8s are excellent. Like I said, Nikon, yes, you did a good job with this setup, these S line lenses. This next one is kind of unique. It is see, it is the 105 2.8 macro lens. This is an excellent lens also for shooting portraits. But this one is, for those of you who are into like shooting bugs and flowers and all those, just whatever. If you're doing, what do they call that work? If you're just like selling stuff, you just want to get, just whatever your item is, and you just want to get a nice detailed shot of it. Now you got to be careful. I mean, it is a 2.8, but I mean, yeah, it's going to give you a nice blurry background, and you just want to make sure that everything is in focus. So you may have to open it up, sometimes, or close it down actually, so you can get everything in focus. But this is an excellent lens. I took it on a cruise also one time, and it was just the only lens, and I was just shooting wifey with some portraits of her. Excellent, excellent lens, and you don't have to be that far back. You know what I mean? So 85 the 85 and the 105. Yeah, you have to be a little bit further back with the 105. Yes, you do, but still, it's a nice lens to have, and you don't have to do it for portraits. This should be probably your dedicated macro lens that you often may decide to use for portraits. That's the way you should look at that. The next one out is, which one is it? Oh, woohoo, yeah. This one here. Guys, this is a sweet one too. If I have to go out and shoot a famous person, right? And I know I'm not going to have a lot of time, and I know I want to get the shot. I'm taking this one. Yes, I'm not going to be able to be close to that person, but guess what? I am going to get the shot. They're going to love it. I'm going to love it. It just has certain characteristics that you cannot explain until you see it. When you shoot with, let's say, the 85, whether it's the 1.8 or the 1.2, and then you shoot with this one, there is just something about this lens that is just, it's just nice. It has those round bokeh balls, that people talk about, when you have that light in the background. I mean, it is just, for one, it's a sexy look at it. It's just a sexy looking lens, right? I mean, it's just y'all see that? Look at that lens. That lens is beautiful. Look at that. But just on top of that, the lens itself looks nice. I don't care what camera you put this on. It could be an entry level mirrorless camera, or the top notch Z9. This here is going to make it look even better. I love this Plena. Now this one, yeah, you got to stand far back. You do. But when you get back, to the studio, to the office, to the your home or wherever, and you look at the pictures, yeah, this is it. I mean, this is nice. My wife, she loves taking this. She always wants, let me use your planner. Let me use your planner. I'm like, oh man, it's like, oh, I worry about it. When she takes it, I worry about it because I know she's not careful with things. Yeah, I said it. What's next? We got this one here. This one here is the Zoom. I held out for a long time with this one here, the 24-70 2.8, right? I was hearing a lot of good things. I really didn't hear nothing bad about this particular lens. It has a decent amount of weight, not too light, not too heavy. But a lot of the, YouTubers, they talk about how good this is. If you have to have one lens, this is the one that they're taking and so forth. I mean, yeah, it's an excellent lens if you just need one, because you can zoom in all the way from 24 to 70. Yeah, it protrudes out, but that's okay. It's nothing bad. It is what it is. Nothing's perfect. But this is an excellent lens. I was holding out because I don't know if it's Sony or Canon that has the 24 to 105. And man, I was just hoping that, Nikon would come out with something like that. That extra focal length of 105 versus the 70. I mean, that would make it to where really this is the only lens that you would need. You know what I mean? So yeah, this is a nice, real nice lens. So if you just need one, depending on what you're doing, this may be it. If you're not doing a whole lot of portraits and stuff like that, you're just going to just do a mix of things. Yeah. If you don't know what you're going to take, maybe you want to take this. I would choose probably this, or maybe even the 50 1.8, right? It just depends on what I'm doing that particular time. I want to show you guys this one here. Take it off of my Z9. This thing has some weight. This here is the 85 1.2. And if you guys remember, I used to have the 50 1.2. I sent that back. I didn't have a big need for the 50 1.2 because the 50 1.2 to me, well, the 50, first of all, focal length is kind of your general walking around type of lens. If you're walking around with a 50 1.2, which has a little bit of weight on it, not a whole lot, I didn't feel that the 1.2 would do me justice, more so than this. Where's it at? This 50 right here, the 1.8, right? So I would rather take this 50 1.8 out, right? Because for one, especially if I'm out in the sun, that 1.2 is going to let it's going to let a lot of light in. And now your shutter speed, you're going to have to really adjust, especially if you don't have an ND filter, So yeah, that 51.2, just like this 85 1.2 in the bright, direct sunlight, unless you start stepping it down, you're going to need an ND filter. I use the Polar Pro, Mike McKinnon, or Peter McKinnon, who's Mike McKinnon, ND filter, the 2 to 5 stop, right? Yeah, because there's just so much light coming into this particular lens. Now, where it really matters is when it comes down to the nighttime. If you're out at night, right? You're out at night, and where's my? Oh, it was on the. I'm looking for the back of this before I set it down, and I forgot I just took it off this camera. If you're out at night, this is what I would take. I would actually take this at night, this 85, if I know I'm doing portraits, right? I know I'm doing portraits. I'm going to take this. I'm going to take the 85 1.2 because it's going to let more light in, right? At nighttime. So this is what I would grab, right? If that wasn't the case, then that's when I'm going to take the 85 1.8. Now, you guys got to be careful with the 85 1.2. I see a lot of wedding photographers talking about that 1.2. It shows a lot of detail, and it does. Like, they always talk about the brides and stuff like that. If they have anything on their face, it's going to catch it. That 1.2 is not going to miss anything. So you may have to step it down to 1.8 or 2, zero point 0.8 or something like that, just so it's not as detailed. I don't want to do that. I bought this lens at the price that it was to use it the way it's meant to be. 85 1.2. I don't want to change it to 1.4. I don't want to change it to 1.8, 2.0, whatever. I don't want to change it. I want to use this lens the way it was meant to be at 85 1.2. So that's just me. But hey, you do what you do. Let's put this back on. Guys, if you can see, let's see if I can pull this in. And I always use my lens hood. Guys, that's just me. I always use my lens hood. Always use my lens hood. Let's see if we can get this. Where are we at? We are there. This is my, yeah, this is my lens. This is it, right? This is it. It's heavy. Without the lens on here, without any lens on here, it weighs 11.6 pounds, right? The Nikon Z9, the small rig VB212 battery, Atomos Ninja Ultra, 2 GoPros, DJI Mic 2, right? It's 11.6. I'm going to show you guys. I got a scale on order. I had only scale I had was a body scale. I need a kitchen scale that really drops down. So anyway, 11.6. When I put this lens on, it jumped to 14.4, something like that. Yeah, it was, I mean, it had some weight. My wife was complaining about, she was like, why do you have this big old VB, 212 battery? I mean, yeah, do I need, and now, I mean, yes, it's lighter now. This VB 212 battery, yeah, it has some weight on it. You know what I mean? Probably about 3 pounds of weight on it. But here's the thing. When I go out and I take this, if I'm taking this, I'm doing something very specific, right? I am. I'm not out there it's not general shooting. I'm literally going out there to shoot portraits, right? That's really it. That's really, all that you'll ever see. That's why usually I will have the Plena or the 85 on here. More so the Plena than anything because I want the best of the best. But usually you will see nothing less than the 85 or the Plena on this particular camera. I have a Nikon Z7. That's right there. That's for just whatever. That's my light. That's my second camera. And then this right here is my son's Z5, right? See, as you guys can see, still excellent video quality from these. But so yeah, she was asking, oh, why do you have this? What do you need this for? Because this here, make sure you guys can still see it. It powers my Ninja Ultra. So I'm already boom. I'm ready. It's already, I'm ready to go. Then on top of that, it can power or it can charge this GoPro. It can charge this GoPro. Let me see. I don't want to get my hands in the way. I mean, but y'all know what it looks like. It has the, let's see. How about there? How about we do that? Okay. So yeah, you have, two USB-C ports, one USB-A, two DC ports, and then two D tabs. So it has a lot of stuff on here. I'd rather have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. You guys heard that saying before. That's just me. So yes, is it heavy? But this has a use case. So yeah, it's powering y'all see the screen on the Ninja? So yeah, this is why I have that. Yeah, it has some weight on it, but for videos, if I'm going out with her and stuff like that, we're shooting, doing portraits. I'm using my GoPro so I can get that horizontal shot, and I'm having, oh, I'm sorry, it's outside of the frame, and yeah, so I can get the horizontal shot, right, and I can get the vertical shot right here. So I can get everything that I need on here with this. So on top of that, that's why I have that. Um, look at this one. Guys, see this? This is, it was actually, I got this as a gift for wifey years ago, the Nikon D3300. Believe it or not, we had a family reunion cruise last year, 2023, and I took this, right? And I thought I was doing something, right? And it was, pictures came out okay. They weren't perfect, but I didn't know, right? Shortly thereafter, what did I do? Right? Like not even a month back, I went from this here, Nikon D3300, all the way to this, right? I went all the way to the Nikon Z9. So you're talking the bottom of the barrel. But, you know, I said, okay, I'm going to learn and I'm going to grow into my photography business. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. So I'm on YouTube all the time, you know, just like you guys are. I'm sure you guys are watching me right now. And I'm just perfecting my craft. I'm just trying to get better. So I'm just getting all the prime lenses. I'm getting the zooms. I'm getting everything into place. As you guys can see, I mean, I'm even trying to up my YouTube channel and stuff like that. As you guys, let's put it right there where you guys can see the, you know, I have, this is a Ninja V Plus right here. And then I just have the Shinobi here on the bottom, right? So not to mention the Atom X Cast right here. So I'm just trying to get, you know, guys, I'm just trying to get better with things. And I hope you guys appreciate it. That's all I got. Hey, guys, continue to watch YouTube grow, learn. Even the mistakes that you make in photography, you'll learn from that. So if you take a picture and it's bad, look at the data and see why it's bad. I do that all the time. It's even a bad picture I learn from. But that's it. That's all I got. Send me an Aim High Photography. Please give me the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments. And I'll see you in the next video. I'm out. Yo, yo, yo.